And unmute your microphone. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Facebook land, YouTube land. This is Supporting Black Authors Book Club. I am your host, Dr. Deborah Davis, coming to you live from Freehold, New Jersey, where we do on Wednesday nights, along with my co-host, Dr. Angela Levette Williams Hawkins. Say hi, everybody.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Listen.
How you doing?
How you doing? So we have an awesome we have an awesome guest tonight. Yes, we do. Hi, hello, Lisa. Hi. Oh, we have here. Hello, Mrs. Mitter. How you doing? Hello. We got an awesome show tonight. We have an awesome guest waiting in the green room. When I tell you that I saw the play, Sistah, oh my sister. And I read the book. That's right, I have my book. And I'm so excited to bring her on so we can interview this awesome playwright, this talented, gifted
Wow.
playwright and author, Elder Carmen Davis. Y'all look. I wish y'all could just all just put your hands together for this awesome woman of God. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Dr. Deborah. Hi, Dr. Angela. How are you tonight?
Oh, we're awesome now that you're on. Oh, yeah, the switchboard's lighting up. Lighting up. It's
Light
lighting
up,
up.
light up, light up,
Yes,
light up.
YouTube is lighting up. It's lighting up.
Awesome,
Everybody.
awesome.
Yes. We want to get into this. We have 30 minutes, our interview.
Awesome.
We want to get into sister, oh my sister. However, you're not getting a bunch tonight because you have to buy the book. So we just can't give you everything. That wouldn't be fair, now would it? So we're not going to do that. But we're going to start out with our interview. If you have any questions for our author, please feel free to put them in the comment. If you we're going to tell you how to get Sister, oh my sister. We're going to make sure you know how to get your book. But I'm going to start out asking Elder Davis, and yeah, we kind of related. We have the same name. I think I married her cousin.
We are related.
But so the first question I have for you is, you have to explain how you came about with the title, Sister, oh my sister.
The title came from two of my sisters. They're deceased right now. They died one 20 years ago and the other one about 25 years ago. And those are my sisters. Those were my girls, my friends, my protectors, my everything. Before I knew Christ, those were my God. You understand what I'm saying? And so, Sister, oh my sister is a dedication to them. And so I thought about them when I was writing this. And so that's where Sister came from. My sister Katrina and my sister Crystal.
Oh, yeah, I remember Katrina. I do remember Katrina. So I'm sorry, I meant to say before we got started also, is there anyone that you would like to give a shout out to?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to my bishop, Dr. Tolbert Blacknaw. Just a shout out, just thanking him for his guidance and everything that he has been pouring in me. If you look in my book, he wrote the foreword, and I'm gonna tell you something. When I read the foreword, I almost wanted to rewrite the whole book. Honestly, just the things that he said, and that he knew me well enough to write what he wrote. And so I want to give a shout out to him, to his lovely wife, Lady Felicia Blacknaw, to my siblings, all my siblings. I'm not saying their names because there's 9 of them, but they know who they are. To my sister friends that took this walk with me through most of the things that I went through in this book. And I want to give a shout out to my son, my grandson, to my husband. To my husband. I never thought that I would be able to say that, but to my husband, Jerry C. Hall, and a shout out to you for having me on here tonight.
Praise the Lord. No, I'm grateful that you came on. I don't take it lightly that you said yes. But thank you. We're humbled to have you as a guest. Amen. So in your introduction in your book, you start out with John chapter 8, verse 36, which says, who the Son sets free is free indeed.
Yes.
And so you said that you hope that this will help someone to free themselves and realize that they were never alone. And that's true. Our stories are similar. I do understand where you're coming from as far as telling it, so that because I did think that I was alone. Did you not think that you were alone when this was happening? You didn't think it was always thought it was just
me.
Just me, right?
Yes.
So that's why God knew when he said in Esther 4:14 that if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance will rise from another place, right?
Ooh.
And he said, and who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this.
Mm.
So, when I go over to the jails, I always tell the girls that it is for such a time as this, that God takes us through tests, he takes us through trials, he takes us through circumstances and situations for such a time as this. Would you elaborate on that a little bit, Elder?
For such a time as this, it's funny because I just want to tell you a little bit about this book. When I first started writing the book, and I wrote the book because I let's go back to second grade. I had a behavior problem, foster homes. And so they thought it would be beneficial to put me in a creative writing class. And so in the summer I went for creative writing. And ever since then, I grew a love for writing, and they knew that that was going to be my outlet. So whenever I went through anything, they told me write it out. And so when I first started writing this, it was supposed to be a book, and I wasn't ready to tell my truth. I wasn't ready. As I began to write, I started hurting. I was crying. I was not ready. I was fearful, and so I turned it into a stage production.
Wow!
And changed the stories and made it a stage play. So, and when I sing how so many women, it was my story, but how so many women was like, I was number 5. I was 5 of those women. I was 3 of those. I was 2 of those women. Then they let me see, you're not alone. You're not the only person that went through it. It wasn't your situation. I put the poetry in there, right? But they was like, that was me crying. You can hear
how many women? How many? Let me see how many chapters we have. It's seen 4 or 5.
You have
9.
8. You have 8 in this. You have 8 in that book.
Okay, I thought it was 9, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm all 8 of them. I never let nobody stand alone with their testimony. Trust and believe me on that. Never. Dr. Hawkins, get in. You better jump in and get your question in for Elder Hall. We don't want to leave you sitting there.
So, Elder Hall, I saw in your the chapter on page 30. You talked about you lived with your mom and you had to leave her at age 12. What will you say to those young girls that had the opportunity and a blessing to grow up with their mom all the way up until they got grown and she cultivated them and their gifts and their surroundings, but they still feel like mom didn't do enough? What would you say to them?
Wow. One, I would say to them, appreciate it. If you have a mother, there's no guide or no book to tell you how to raise a child. Let's get that straight first.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be things that's, going to happen. Just life is going to happen. Like I said, being a parent doesn't come with a manual. However, if you have the opportunity to be raised by your mom and she's given everything she has and she's giving you everything she has and she's making sacrifices and she's taking care of you, I'm going to say, and even if she don't, my mother didn't, to me, lived up to a mother, but I still always honored her. Okay, so I would say no matter what the circumstance is, the Bible still says honor.
You better come on here now.
So that's what right there.
Yes,
honor her. Honor her because you don't know her story. You don't know why she did what she did. You know what I mean?
And that's so good. That's good. That's really good because I can relate, right? I don't like to throw my story out, especially when I'm interviewing, but it's just so similar, that I had to honor my daddy, after everything that was done, I still had to honor him. Right. Because what the Bible say, honor your father and your mother. And I still had to love him, but That's a whole another story and a half. You know what I'm yeah. Your Genesis. I love that. Your Genesis. That's your beginning. You were only 5 years old
Yeah.
when you were first. That's so young, you know, to have been touched. I know that I had dedicated my story to a baby called baby Brianna Lopez of New Mexico. She was 6 months old. Can you imagine 6 months old being touched?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Dr. Hawkins, you have another question for our guests?
Yeah,
You know I can go. You know I can go.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't want to leave you out.
Page 29, you talked about having being so much like your mom, and having all the with regards to having all the gifts and talents that your mom. With your mom not being there in your life long enough to cultivate that gift, how did it take you longer to know and understand your gifts and talents?
So it's funny because now this where ancestral things are passed down, so it can be good and bad, right? And so the good thing, my mother was very, very creative. I remember my mother crocheted our sweaters. She made our coats with her hands. She made our rugs, latch hook rugs, designer rugs. So she was very, very creative. And she was also a hairstylist. So I'm a hairstylist for over 40 years. I'm very talented. I'm very gifted. And so I believe that I took that part of her. And then the other parts, the spiritual part, being an elder, my dad, was a deacon, and so he was heavily in the church, and so I believe that you grab some things from both parents, and I grabbed the creative part from my mother. I would definitely give her that credit. She was very, very, very creative. Yeah.
You say that there are not merely enough stories of suffering, but of survival, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of justice and healing. What would you say that justice would look like for you?
Oh, boy, you went there. Justice. At one time I felt justice, and this is just where my mindset was, justice from the molester that molested me. I wanted him to go to jail. He lied, and you know how they lie after they do it, and I felt like justice would have him get locked up. Justice would be to have somebody do to him what he did to me. Justice would have been seeing him probably die or something bad like that. But now what I see as justice is allowing him to know who Christ is. He can turn me around and do it for me. I think justice would be to set him free. Allow him to know who God is. Allow him to know. And it's funny because I ran into one of them. I don't know if I wrote that in the book. I didn't reread the book because I didn't want to say I said that I did that. I didn't read it, so I know what's in it. But I ran into one of the molesters one day in McDonald's, and he at this time was kind of bum stage, and he saw me and asked me could I give him some money to get something to eat. And this is where my test was, and I had to go to the bathroom, so I said, wait until I come from the bathroom. And when I came out the bathroom, I took him to the counter. I got him what he wanted. And he looked me in my face. And for the first time, he said, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. And I said, I forgave you a long time ago.
See that?
Wow.
That's where that freedom comes in.
That's where the freedom
comes in, because that forgiveness really isn't for the other person.
Exactly.
The forgiveness is for you.
It's for you,
because that's a stronghold, unforgiveness.
Absolutely.
And that other person is sleeping good and going about their business, going on to the next victim.
Wow.
And we hold in unforgiveness, but
to the next victim. Wow.
The next victim.
Yeah. So Yeah.
And you were so young, that's the thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. At page 31, you talked about going through at age 9, going through a culture shock due to the name abuse the names that you were being called. You was being so abused verbally. What were the names that you were called? And um, and did you have to go through therapy to be healed from that? And then it's a three-part question. And then how are you coping now? Do you have flashbacks, dreams, and
Oh,
what have you?
oh, so I cannot say the words because I don't curse. But we can I was called every name that you could think as a curse word, from MFs and Bs, and
Mm,
um, how I was asked to clean up the living room. Get your GD, big nose down here, and clean my MF
wow,
living room.
wow,
Mm-hmm.
I remember turning to my siblings and saying, "Is it that dirty down there that I have to be caught like that?" And just
mm,
just a lot of curse words. That yeah, I eventually became a cursor. I cursed. I could curse you so bad I would make you cry.
wow,
That's how bad I could put the words together. Until one day I heard what I sound like, and I said, "Wow, I didn't like it no more." So I can't even tell you the last time that I have said a curse word, and I have been angry. I have been tested. I have been tried, but I cannot tell you the last time. I don't think my
I,
son is 32 years old. He said he heard me curse one time, but I don't think he did. But he
I
did.
think that I think that the name calling is to belittle
Mm-hmm.
and give you low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
um, because I was told you're ugly, no one's never gonna love you, you're never gonna be married, you're never gonna have children,
Mm-hmm.
nobody never gonna love you but me.
wow,
Wow.
And then you really, really start to believe that.
So I believe in it.
That's when you start being promiscuous.
Yeah.
That's when the drugs and the alcohol come in,
Yes.
because you're feeling that you're not worthy and you don't have any self-esteem.
wow,
So when did I know there was a lot of shame and guilt,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another thing that happens, shame and guilt. Uh,
yes.
so how long did you carry shame and guilt for what had happened to you that you didn't do? Because a lot of times we think it's our fault.
So I want to just answer Dr. Angela last part. She said, do I revisit, and then remind me if I forget." But you asked me, do I revisit? I do not like to be yelled at,
Okay,
and I definitely do not like anybody to curse at me. Cursing at me
okay,
is like beating me up. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I do not like yelling, because that do give me a flashback of how
mm,
I was screamed at and yelled at and cursed at. And so that, yes, if somebody go there, yeah, that would bring
Mm-hmm.
back some feelings, and it might make me buck up. Um,
wow,
I'm not easily moved, but those are triggers that don't curse me, don't call me out my name,
mm,
and definitely don't yell but so high. Don't make
Mhm,
your voice but so
mhm,
high, because then it makes me jitter and it makes me jump. So yeah, I do that. That will be my trigger.
wow,
And
wow.
Dr. Deborah, repeat your question again. I apologize because I just didn't want to forget to answer.
I was talking about the guilt and the
The
shame,
guilt and the shame, yes.
and how as victims we carry the shame and guilt and filth, and it's not us. We blame ourselves for something that we didn't do. So
Oh,
I was asking, how long did you carry that feeling of guilt and shame and low self-esteem?
so without saying too much, because it is in the
In the
book.
book, we're not giving away too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I'm not, without saying too much. I'm gonna say for at least burying something. I buried something for so many years, and so when it did pop up, now this time I'm an adult,
Mm,
Mm.
and you know which part I'm talking about. So we're gonna let them
Mhm,
read that.
mhm,
Um, I started second my guess. Am I such and such? Am I such and such? And y'all know what I'm
right,
talking about because y'all
right.
know.
mhm,
So
mhm,
it
mhm.
made me like, now I know I don't. like certain things and certain, so for a long time, I wrestled,
Mm-hmm.
and I struggled with,
Mm-hmm.
like, the enemy in my head. I know that
Mm.
what I was and who I was, but the enemy kept trying to put in my mind that no, that happened, and so you're that. And so, yeah, for a long time I carried it, until I really took a deep walk with God.
Right.
It's like today, and that's why I was able to write everything. People said, you told too much of your business. No, I feel like if one person know, it's not your business.
Right.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I
Right.
mean? They can
Yeah.
use it at any time. I'd rather tell my own story,
Mm-hmm.
because I know me better than me, and I know my story
Mm-hmm.
better than me. And so, I
And
felt
it's,
like you said earlier, it's for such a time as this.
and it's really not our business, it's God's business,
It's
because
God's
God
business.
put you through that for such a time as this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is God's business, and He is seeing, and He's knowing if we're going to be bold enough and come out and give the testimony that He
That's
took.
it.
Because if you don't come out and give that testimony, all of this mess that you went through would be in vain. It would be all for nothing.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
Yes.
sometimes I know that it's hard because look how long you held the secret. I think 20
Right.
years. I
Yeah.
held mine for 30 years,
Yeah.
Mm.
you
Wow.
know?
And
And
it
so,
eats you up when you holding that stuff. It eats
mhm,
at you. It's like a cancer. It eats
Mm-hmm.
at you. And then it also allowed. There's a scripture in the Bible, James 5. Therefore confess your sins one to another, that you may be healed.
Right.
It says
mhm,
in some books, and some, it reads that you may be free. But even
mhm,
or confessing, the things to me, writing it out, confessing it with my mouth, that made it easier for me. That made it easier to deal with. And so, yeah, I don't have a problem. And God knew that I wasn't going to have a problem, and I felt like I used to tell everything when I was young. I used to tell everybody else stuff. Now tell your own. Amen. I said used to.
that's funny. I'm laughing because I was in trouble and the cops was looking for me.
The cops. What you do? Dr.
My
Deborah.
grandfather, listen, my grandfather said, y'all ain't got to look for her no more. He said, I'm going to bring her down there and she's going to tell you everything
Wow.
you want to know. He said, then you can release her back to me. And listen, that's just how it went. Okay. Look. So yeah, we good evening. Good evening.
Good
Yeah,
evening.
we I'm not ashamed of nothing. I tell yeah, that's right. The cops was looking for me. That's right. I said it. Like and that's why I go over to the jails and stuff, because
Yeah.
um God said He was going to take me back to all the dark places
Yeah.
that He delivered me from.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I can't be ashamed.
Cannot be
I
ashamed.
can't be ashamed of those places that
Absolutely.
and that's why you put yours out. It ain't nobody's business saying, oh, you put all your business. Yeah, get some of them skeletons out your closet.
Uh-huh.
The ones saying, oh, why are you telling all your business? Some
Right.
people are more ashamed of your testimony than you are.
Wow.
And they don't want to tell the truth.
That's deep. You said some people are more ashamed of your testimony than I am.
You are.
That's different.
Wow.
And I can't sit on mine because
Yeah.
for one thing, one of the reasons why I can't sit on mine is because I don't want no one to hold nothing over my head. If you know it, let me tell it before you do. I'm going to put the devil in his place and I'm going to tell him myself real fast.
Right.
And then God said this. He said, I was like, well, Lord, you want us to get up here and tell these stories, which are our lives,
Right.
and people are going to look at us and judge us. And then God, He told me, He said, well, they have to stand before me.
Yeah.
And that settled it for me.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's the word says that we overcome by our testimonies, right?
Yeah,
And
By
right.
the blood of the word,
That's
yes, by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of our testimony, yes.
Yep.
Yes, so we are overcomers.
We are overcomers.
Mm-hmm.
So, it says when you are strong, then you go and convert those that are weaker, right? And so this is part of converting. This is part of sharing your story. Let me just share this with you. I remember, and you were at the last production, sister, oh my sister. And I always feel led, and I listen to the spirit after the production. I said I felt that somebody needed prayer. And I remember when I called for prayer that nobody really moved at first. And I remember the next thing that came out my mouth, I said, I was an addict. And I said, what I used to do is when they had an altar call, I said, I didn't care because I wanted to get delivered so bad. I didn't care who knew. I went to that altar, and all I know is the altar got so full that I had to actually call people out the audience, pastors and ministers to come out the audience to help pray. And you were one of them. Yes, you were.
And look at this. You see this right here? For some reason, I brought this downstairs. I wore this to your play. Really? And the young lady that I prayed for, it has snot and makeup and stuff all over it. Yeah. And I didn't care one bit. I loved it. I loved it that she cried on my shoulder, yes, and she whispered some things in my ear.
Yes.
So I was honored to be at your play, and it was a really good play. If you didn't see it, go out and see it. Elder Davis Hall, please tell them when the next play is. Please tell them when the next play. Also tell them how they can get Sistah, oh my sister. I got mine in the day because I got Amazon Prime.
So you can get the book 3 ways. One, you can get the book from Amazon, but that will not be a signature copy. But if you would like a signature copy, I will drop in this feed at the end. I will drop my Cash App or my Zelle, and you can send it to me directly. And you can.
What's your Cash App?
Is $, capital CAR, capital MAR, capital DAV with the number 7. And you can get your signature copy, and you can pick it up this Saturday at my book signing.
Was that it?
DAV. Not BV. DAV.
Okay, let me edit it.
Yeah. So you can pick it up at the Asbury Park Library. I'll be there from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on this Saturday. It is my book talk and sign. And so, yeah, that's it. And you can come out and pick up your book from there. If this is called like a pre-order, so I have time to write. My box came in today. And I was
Isn't that exciting when that box comes?
Yes. It was so exciting. I cheated. I'll be honest. I cheated and ordered a book off of Amazon because my box, wasn't in, and people were posting, I got my book. So I didn't even have my book. And so I ordered the book, and but my box of books just came in today, and I have another box coming in on tomorrow. So I'm excited. Opening it up was just like opening up and seeing all my babies in the box. So yeah, that was very exciting.
I'll interrupt for 1 minute. I forgot, and I forgot that in the beginning I was so excited about you coming on that I didn't get the opportunity just to tell the listeners a little bit about you. So I just want to read just a little bit about the author, Carmen Davis Hall. Yes. Elder Carmen Davis Hall is a native of Asbury Park, New Jersey. Give it up, Asbury! Asbury in the house. And she is the wife of a loving husband, Mr. Jerry Hall.
Yes.
The proud mother of Marquel Walton and glam mom to Brandon Walton. Yes. Carmen is a very well-known beautician in the Monmouth County area, working as a licensed cosmetologist for over 40 years. Wow. In addition to her creative abilities with hair, Carmen is well known for her many gifts and talents. She's a motivational speaker, influencer, and has multiple companies and platforms under her belt. Elder Carmen, a playwright, has 7 plays written and performed currently. She is also the CEO of Head of My Life Productions,
Yes.
LLC. And on June the 4th, 2016, Elder Carmen graduated from Eastern Bible Institute with her Bachelor's of Arts in Theology and Divinity Studies.
Wow.
She's a member of Bethel Community Church International under the awesome leadership of Bishop T.L. Blacknall Sr.
Right,
He's
Bishop.
the pastor, and Lady Felicia Blacknall,
Yes.
executive pastor. She was ordained in the office of an elder in 2021.
Yes.
Sister, oh my sister, is Carmen's life composed of her story through prose, poems, and poetry. She writes about her trials and tribulations to her triumphs and victories.
Wow.
Victory. Carmen reminisces about things she thought with her own mind, seen with her own eyes, heard with her own ears, and lived with her own life. She dedicates this book to her sisters, Crystal and Katrina, rest in peace, babies, Davis, who are both deceased, and her loving sisters, Tanya and Nicole Davis.
Yes.
I meant to read that in the beginning, but
That's all right.
The
Holy Spirit brought it back.
Yeah, he did. That's a lot that you've done. Also, I want the listeners to know that Elder Carmen Davis will be a recipient of the honorary doctorate in humanitarianism July 12th. She in the house. She's one of the recipients, and I'm honored. We're honored to give you that award. You so deserve that award. You really do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. And I thank you. And I talked to my husband about it, and my husband said, absolutely. He said, you
have to discuss it with your husband. That's right.
Yes. And
so if anybody is looking to also to nominate someone, just go to my website, www.thechurchbeyondthewalls.com. And you'll receive an email. You'll get an email with instructions. We will have, last time we had Dr. Jolinda Wade, Mama Wade of the NBA.
Awesome.
Star Dwayne Wade.
Awesome.
She was our keynote speaker. And this year, 2025, we're going to have Dr. Dorinda Clark Cole as our keynote speaker.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And I'm not going to tell you all of everything,
Tell everything. You got to say,
can you pin it up? Oh, what you want me to pin? My website? So this here thing here is something to work, y'all. I'm telling you. If you're behind here, I will. But while I'm doing this, I want to give Elder Davis the opportunity. Oh, Elder Davis Hall. That's right. Correct me.
I got it.
To tell everyone again where they can get
the book. So one way you can get it from Amazon, but if you want a signature book, and if you want it right away, you can get it this weekend. I will actually, you can Cash App, and I will actually write in. I'm actually, for those who pre-ordered, I'm writing like a nice piece in their book. And I'm going to actually have it signed. And so when you come to, you can just pick it right up. It's going to be already out. We can act like I'm signing so we can take pictures.
Where and what time?
It's going to be at the Asbury Park Library.
Asbury or Neptune Library?
Asbury Park Library.
What street is that?
I believe it's 51 First Avenue, Asbury Park. It's between First and Grand.
Oh, yeah.
And it's at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can come on in. We're going to do a book read. I got some surprises going to be there. I'm going to have some giveaways. I'm going to have my T-shirts, and you can get
your mug,
your mugs. You can get, and then
let us see that mug.
So but it's a different mug, but it's a sister mug. It's different, but isn't that cute? I have to give her one because she keeps talking about it, Dr.
I want
Angela.
my mug.
I'm gonna make sure she get a
I'm a
mug. I'll
coffee
make sure you
drinker.
get one too, Doctor. You're gonna get one too. So when we come back on again, we'll all have our mugs and we'll be able to
That's
talk.
right.
But yeah, so I would and if they want to, they can go ahead and get the pre-order so that I can go ahead and sign it for them. And that's a signature book comes that way. Amazon is not going to be a signature book.
Okay. Co-host, do you have any final thoughts or words before we sign off?
She does.
She's muted.
Unmute.
Unmute.
I just want to say, awesome interview. You are phenomenal. My son said that he met you years ago, LeSean Williams.
Okay. Yeah. I love LeSean.
Spoken words. He's awesome.
He's amazing. Yes, I reach out to him when I'm doing practice. I didn't know that was his son. That's awesome.
I birthed him. Yes, I gave birth to him.
He's amazing.
So how can myself and the other audience find your schedule? Because I won't be available this Saturday is my anniversary. So I won't be around, but I would still love to support one of your book launches. Like, when is the schedule? Awesome. How can I find your schedule?
So my schedule will be going up soon. My first one, like I said, is Asbury, and I'll be doing another one in Asbury downtown on Cookman Avenue. And I'll be doing a few, but I'll make sure that I personally reach out to you and tag you to give you the information, or I'll have Dr. Deborah to make sure that we keep in contact. And also, can I just make this shout out?
Mm-hmm.
Sistah, Oh My Sister is, we do use it as a fundraiser. And so you're in a different area. We do partner with you. If you want to actually book the show, I can give you all the information. If anyone just DM me, I'll give you the information. And the shows are always different. You just don't know what you're going to get. It's always, to me, it gets better each time. So we do that. I just wanted to put that out there.
I want to give the listening audience just the opportunity really quickly, if anyone has a question or a comment for our guest, Elder Carmen Davis. Oh.
Yes, because he's probably listening. So put that whole on it. He'd be like,
yeah, because we're gonna be tuning out, and so I see that the switchboard is lit up on YouTube. And I just wanted to give you all the opportunity to ask a question or put a comment before we sign off. Listen, I really, really enjoy bringing you back.
Awesome.
We're going to bring you back. We're definitely going to bring you back. But make sure that you all tune in next Wednesday as well. We're going to have Pastor Glenn Wilson. Okay. And his book is titled "It's Already Here."
Ooh, I received that.
Let me tell you,
I received that. I know that is something
very prophetic. It happened to me.
Wow.
He put the book in the mailbox, and something else came, and it wasn't expected. Okay, and it was like, "It's already here," and I was like, "Wow, that is so prophetic." So if you haven't gotten it, get it. And if you haven't gotten your copy of Sistah, Oh My Sister, we're going to have Elder Hall tell you again where to purchase the book.
Yes, and I would like to I would like to do a giveaway tonight. I always like to sow a seed. I want to sow my book to someone. You and Dr. Angela can figure out of the audience who would receive it. But I just want to, so y'all could probably have them do something, see if they remember something that we talked about. But I'm going to sow.
Y'all better put something in the comment real quick about the play. If you were at the play, if you were in the audience. Carmen, you went mute.
I'm mute.
Oh, no, I see. No, that's in.
Okay.
Say something because we're doing a giveaway. So if you can tell us something like who the first person was or something.
Or the first character that came out.
Character in the book. Somebody popping some. All I can say is she's phenomenal. She's a child of God. She mean what she say and say what she do.
All right, Dolores, I love that, sweetie.
And Lisa says, I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Keep.
Thank you. So you said who was the first character, the first person, and you cannot be in the show because I think somebody on here that's in the show.
No.
Who is the very first character that
I know.
You can't tell neither. Who is the very first character that opened
I'm gonna give y'all a hint.
In the beginning?
She ate the fruit. I can't keep none, girl. Come on, y'all, put it in there. She ate the fruit. Who gonna put it in there first? She ate the fruit.
Did anybody put it yet?
They ain't put it yet, girl. She ate the fruit.
Thank you,
Who ate the fruit in the beginning in Genesis?
Hey, Queen, how are you?
I have a question.
Okay.
At what age did anybody, Dr. Deborah?
Huh?
You want me to go with the question?
Oh, there it is. She got it.
Okay.
Here we got it.
Sister Lisa.
But you know what? That's crazy because I was praying for Lisa.
I think Lisa.
It took you so long.
I think that's all right. So Lisa can meet me Saturday at the Asbury Park Library. Let me make a note, and she can.
Okay. Lisa's getting a book.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna buy one for Dolores.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. See that, Dolores, and they both can pick them up. I'm gonna write their names. They both can pick them up at the Asbury Park Library between 11 and 2 on this Saturday.
All right, so I'll cash app you for Dolores's book.
Okay.
All right, anybody else? I want y'all to get y'all books. Come on, so
come take some pictures with me. Come win some prizes. Come get some snacks, and come hear me talk a little bit about the book.
You're welcome, Dolores.
That's all right. She said she already had. That's all right, Lisa. Give it to your daughter.
Wait a minute. Lisa has a book.
Right, but she just won another one.
Okay. She won it fair and square.
Right. So,
she must have won it. She threw that name up there so quick.
It didn't. Can I just say one more thing, though, before we go?
Yeah, I know you have to go. Yeah.
I just wanted to say, I'm targeting and what my plans is with my book. A workbook is coming. Because it's a lot of work that has to be done in that book. And so I'm going for the drug addict. I'm going for the ones that were molested. I'm going for the children that are in foster homes. I'm going for those who think that they are alone. That is my mission. That is why I was able to tell my truth, that hopefully somebody will see that it's okay to write it out. It's all right to get it out, that they may be free. And so I just wanted to say that if anybody's struggling with those things, you can send them to me. I'll be glad to take time and minister to them, pray with them, and, talk to them.
And, I think that I want to put a conference together for women that have been abused, women that have been molested, and we'll bring you with your book. I'll bring my book, My Daddy, the Devil in Me. If you don't have it, get the book, My Daddy, the Devil in Me. My father passed away December the 17th. May he rest in peace. Also, Dr. Hawkins has Daddy's Girls, the ultimate covering.
That's
her.
That's your book. Mm-hmm. Oh, awesome.
Daddy's Girl, the ultimate covering. And she has 8 authors. Is it 8?
8 authors on that book.
Book.
Daddy's Girl is a full project. It's just 4. We're on our 4th book. And this one that we're going to be launching this year is called Different Shades of a Mother.
Wow.
It's going to be very powerful.
So listen to this, sister, oh my sisters. On my, I don't have it in here, on my book, I have a conference 2025, sister, oh my sister. Okay, here we go.
That's it.
Collaboration.
Let's go. I'm in.
Let's go.
I'm in.
We right here, sister. Just
keep me posted. Let me know what you need from me.
Yes.
And we'll roll with that. Okay. Yes. I didn't know you were doing it.
That's all right.
Let's do it together.
We're doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We'll have a Zoom. We'll get together, lock in our date, and we'll take it from there.
Okay.
It's already done.
It's already here.
It's already here.
Next week, make sure you tune in.
Yes.
Pastor Glenn Wilson. It's already here. You don't want to miss this.
I received that.
I promise you, you don't want to miss it. It's so prophetic.
Oh.
Listen. So we want to thank our elder Carmen Davis. Oh.
Thank you too. Thank you so
For
much.
Sistah. Can we say it all at one time? Sistah.
Oh,
my
sister. I love it. Look, this is how you do when you do poetry.
Yeah. I love you, ladies.
Love you too. Have an
Thank
amazing
you
night.
all for tuning in.
Thank you to everybody
Supporting Black Authors Book Club. If you're just tuning in, please go back and review the live. Will be on my page, Supporting Black Authors Book Club page. It will be on Dr. Angela Vett's page, Dr. Hawkins' page. But please go back and review the live, please, because we want you to get this book. We want you to get the book. Okay. Yes. So everybody, please have a great rest of your evening. Good night.
Good night.